Okay, in this video, I'm gonna really quickly explain to you how it is in fact possible to turn $500 into literally $10,000 in literally 7 days. And I know this sounds like the most clickbaity title ever, and yes it is, but I wanna show you how it's actually possible and why it may be different than what you're thinking. And then I'll show you proof that it is in fact possible and that we've had people do this. Let me explain this. So first things first is this is absurd, right? For any reasonable person that's out there thinking, hey, I could turn a $500 investment into $10,000 in 7 days, that thinks that's possible is insane, unless you actually know the little secret of how to do this. So let me explain a little bit further here, just to put this into perspective for you guys. If we have a starting amount of $500 and we're wanting to grow to be $10,000, essentially, if we wanted to do this in 7 days, for example, then this basically means that we would have to average 53% per day. And I know it shows that it's in years here, but it's the same calculation, okay? It's just, imagine this is in days. We basically need to do 53% per day for 7 days in a row. Okay, and that would essentially grow this $500 little investment here into $10,000, right? Who can do 53% in a day and do that consistently? Nobody, okay? That's impossible. But let me show you how it is possible to turn a $500 investment into $10,000. You may be thinking, well, Adam, what the heck are you talking about? Well, here's what I mean. So we have to get a little bit creative here. And we're actually going to have to use these things called prop firms, okay? If you're not familiar with prop firms, they're basically these large capital firms that have access to a lot of money, and they essentially have these little tests where if you can prove to them that you're a good trader, then they'll fund you with money. So for example, let me just show you one of them. This is one that we particularly like right now. It's called trueforexfunds.com. Now, the way that this all works is you pay essentially like a $500 fee here to take this test, okay? So again, going back here, there's our $500 investment. Our $500 investment is to take their test, or what they call their challenge, okay? And maybe you're familiar with prop firms, but I'm gonna bring this home. Oh, and here's the catch to this whole thing. The catch is that I'm gonna show you how to do this without taking a manual trade, okay? That's the whole catch to this, okay? Which is, I promise you, you're gonna get really excited when you see this at the end. So long story short is you pay a $500 fee to take this test. And essentially you have to do an 8% profit target within 30 days. And once you've passed their phase 1 test, you move on to phase 2 of their test, which you have to do 4% profit target. And if you complete both of these tests, then you become a funded trader, which they'll fund you with up to $100,000. Now, just to give you an idea, you can see here, if you want to trade their $100,000 account, it costs $500 or 500 euros, which the euro and the dollar are about the same right now. Okay, so again, breaking this thing down, we take this $500 test, okay, and essentially we have to pass phase 1, then we have to pass phase 2, and as long as we do that, we'll get funded $100,000 worth of trading capital that we can then go trade on. Now, here's the catch, right? If you can do 10% on that $100,000, then you would make $10,000, okay, right? So it is actually possible to turn $500 into $10,000, but how do you do that without taking any manual trades? So I'm gonna show you that in just a second. With that being said, let's go back on over here. So this is the prop firm that we like to use. The main reason we like to use it, because if you are trying to do it in 7 days, then the beautiful thing about True Forex Funds is they don't have any minimum trading days. A lot of the prop firms, like for example, if you go to ones like FTMO or a lot of the other prop firms, they have these minimum trading days, which essentially means that you have to trade for like a minimum of 10 days. So while that's not a crazy amount, at the same time, you couldn't turn $500 into $10,000 in a week. And by the way, like, let's be realistic here. The chances of you actually doing this are lower, okay? I'm gonna show you how you can increase your odds by like 10 times, but the chances of you actually doing this are lower. And I'm not by any means like guaranteeing you that this is going to happen. Obviously, trading Forex and especially doing a strategy like this is very, very risky. we have created a Forex robot specifically designed for passing these prop firm challenges or for passing these phase 1 and phase 2 tests. And it has a really successful track record. And if you're interested in seeing that, you can see more actually if you go on over to propfarming.com. You can see exactly how we're using robots to pass these prop firm challenges, get funded $100,000, and then start making withdrawals. Now, I'll be honest, the caveat here is, let's say that you pay the $500 fee, you pass phase 1, you pass phase 2, you get funded the $100,000. Now, when you do make, let's say that you do make 10% on the account, there's an 80-20 profit split. So in reality, you wouldn't really make $10,000, you'd really make like $8,000, but still pretty amazing if you think about it. Now, like I mentioned, for like the past 3 years, we've been working on Forex robots to basically pass these prop firm challenges. And at this point, I think we have maybe more success stories than anybody else on the internet. Just to give you an example, this was this guy, Doug, who got 8% on his 100K funded account. And you can see, if you just scroll through our group, you can see that we're helping people pass prop firm challenges and literally make withdrawals on their funded accounts, literally almost every single day. I mean, this was just like yesterday, the 13th. You saw like all the testimonials just in one day. Pretty crazy. This is just today. And so how do we do that? Well, how we do that is explained in this YouTube video that you're going to see here right now coming on screen. It's basically going to explain exactly how this robot works, and it's going to show you how we've passed 300 different prop firm challenges, all without taking a single manual trade. So if you're interested in turning $500 into potentially $10,000, again, I'm not guaranteeing you that, then go ahead and check out this video right now.